How's it going, guys? It's a server and back at it with another video, and today I'm going to be giving you guys some tips to be winning every single Bedwars game. I'm not guaranteeing that you can win the Bedwars game, but these are really good tips that can help you guys win. So I'm going to be starting off with tip number 1. First tip that I'm going to be telling you guys is that press S once you spawn. This will push you right back into the generator. There is one map that does not have a generator right to the back. It's to the back and left. You're just going to click A and then S. And then you're going to, if you're in 3v3, save up for pickaxe and an axe. The rest can be spent on wool and bed defenses. You're going to need about 64 wool. The rest you can use to place blocks around your bed. Doesn't really matter as long as you don't use wool. Now once you've placed blocks over your bed, you've given yourself a bit of protection. Of course, this isn't going to completely stop your bed from being destroyed, but it will do the job while you're collecting resources. Now you want, if you are going to rush, upgrade your resources because it will help. When you're starting the game, you're not going to want to spend all your gold. If you're in 3v3, you're not going to want to spend all your gold on TNT right off the bat. You're going to want to go buy iron armor. That'll really help while you're rushing in these kinds of situations. And rush the team that has the smallest bed. This can assure that you can easily win and go for the bed that has the least blocks, so it's easier to break. If you see no one going towards your bed, don't just rush because there's still a big chance that they could rush your bed. For example, this player is going to be rushing her bed, but don't worry. If there is someone running on the bridge, you're just going to press A and go to the left a bit and knock them off. Block hitting is not necessary in this situation, but it is highly recommended. When you're in these gaps, just do one block up so you save wool for when you're destroying other beds. Make sure that you observe the bed before you break it is another tip. So let's say they have some wood over their bed. Now we can say that we should probably buy an axe, but chances are they probably have endstone under it or something that requires pickaxe to break. Now when you're on this diagonal bridge or on a normal bridge, just block up. They usually won't hit you if you do it properly, but if they do decide to block up, do not go block up with them. Just try to jump down. Don't be scared if they are blocking up. Make sure when you're knocking them off though, try to knock them off, hit them twice, and run away when you break the bed, just so you can get a bit of space between you and the other team. And run to their diamond generator, or you can try to kill them. So I'm going to be going with my teammates, the more the merrier, you know how they say. I'm going to go with them, hit them, make sure you get the final kills. Final kills are very important. I think I got the final kill, yes I did. So if you die during one of these rushes, it's completely fine, because it will assure that what if your bed's destroyed, you're there. When you have all these resources and every bed is broken, all you're going to want to do is just defend. Defending is your number one priority until you kill everyone in the game. Defense is the best offense is a good defense. So make sure you're always defending, adding one layer when you die. This will slowly add up and you will eventually win the game. As I've said before, I cannot guarantee you will win, but there is a much higher chance of winning by using these strats. When there's one player left, just go all out. And you can go in, but your teammates will probably be already on it. So as you can see, I already won a game. It's that simple using these strategies. Now we're going to be putting in another game, except in a more extreme situation. Let's go on to the next game. When I said more extreme situation, we're going to try solo. I don't play solo a lot, but these strategies will affect the gameplay of solo. You're not going to want to be buying a pickaxe and an axe right off the bat. You're going to want to get blocks and a TNT. I'll explain once we get in. Now I believe on every single solo map that there is the generator right behind you, so just press S key while you're spawning. Once you spawn, just press the F key, you'll get into the generator, but it doesn't really matter because you don't have a teammate to compete against who gets the resources first. So you have time to observe which team is beside you before you collect resources. I'm beside red, and I'm beside green. So you're going to want to go into your generator, and I've got 32 wool right on me right now because I can buy it. Once I get to 12 iron, I can buy 48 wool. But you're going to want to, for this map and for many others, you're going to want to get 16 wool and 4 gold. Once you've got this, you can buy TNT, which is going to be extremely helpful. Another very important strategy is speed bridging. How I do my speed bridges is that I'm holding my place key, which is Z, so I'm placing blocks with Z. I'm putting my finger on S, and I'm just lifting my pinky off shift, and it's allowing me to place blocks and quickly go to the next area where I'm going to be placing the next block. Now, once you're halfway, you're going to want to look to make sure your opponent is not bridging up on you. If they are, try not to get too distracted. Break the bed. Now you can PvP them if you want, but it's not completely recommended. Make sure you're always moving when you're PvPing, just so you can make sure they don't hit you. I've already got one bed to my name, so I'm going to be going back to my bed and now defending, now that I know that the people beside me are gone. In other maps where your opponents are not beside you, this isn't completely mandatory, but if you do see them bridging towards you, it'll be a pretty good idea to start defending. For defense, it doesn't really matter because you're going to know that everyone's going to have at least TNT or in a pickaxe, so you're going to, in solo, to layer your bed as much as possible. This isn't triples where TNT is extremely expensive. TNT is extremely cheap in this game mode, and you're going to want to act on that. You're going to want to, after you buy TNT, get iron armor, get more. You're going to want to get more blocks, but you can get pickaxe. I've got 24 blocks, that's enough to get to the diamond generator, but I'm going to want to try to go for green. So I'm going to save up 2 more gold just so I can get that TNT, which is going to be extremely helpful. I'm going to observe his bed. It's made out of wool, so it's going to not really require TNT, but if he does notice me, he will start placing blocks, and that will stall me. If the generator is taking a long time, don't get mad. That's part of the game. Once you get to diamonds, you can change that by making your generator go faster by purchasing iron forge or any other forge that is available to you at the time. Going to want the bridge. If you can't see the bridge, don't hesitate on just doing the normal bridge, but make sure you're always looking back to make sure that there's no one coming towards you. Make sure you know where you're bridging from, because sometimes you have to go in a diagonal angle, and that can really affect your gameplay. Now you're going to want to be able to run onto the back of your base, and once you're able to run, you're just going to place a couple more blocks onto the diamond generator area so you can run onto it instead of doing a 1 block gap where you can't run, all you can do is walk. I'm going to break a bed and run. You're just going to want to run. Now the reason I'm running on this one is because I've seen that he's already broken a bed. She must feel intimidated because she is running. If she does block you off, just build up. If she does do that, don't worry. Pretend like you're there and then she'll come closer and you can knock her off. But this isn't exactly guaranteed. That's why I'm not completely recommending it. Now she is going to start going for a yellow team. I'm going to buy myself some blocks. If she does come back, that is fine, because I'm prepared for her. Now once you see that you've left and you've broken the bed, make sure no one else is going for your bed. If they are, jump in the void. Not going to cost you much. So there I made a very bad decision of blocking up and going diagonally. This is fine because I know she's eventually going to die. I can buy myself TNT or an iron sword. I'm going to buy myself TNT and place it in my ender chest so it's accessible at all times. you're going to want to buy whatever you want. Preferably, you would probably want to get these tools just so you can break the bed faster. And right now, I should go for the person that's closest to me. Of course, it would be much quicker if I just went to the mid, which is what I'm going to be doing. But is she going to rush me? She's not. You're going to want to make sure that while you're bridging the middle, there's no one going for your base. If there is, then you're not going to want to go right away. Going into mid is not mandatory, so don't take too much time. But if you do see someone running towards your base, take action and try to stop them. Run off the platform. If you have to, jump in the void. Doesn't look like anyone's been to mid yet. Probably has been someone you should have noticed. Make sure you're very precise with your parkour. You're always going to want to be running. So if there's 2 in this one, there's probably 2 in the rest of the emerald generator, which means I'm going to be able to get 8 emeralds, which I'm going to be spending on obsidian. I would say buying diamond armor isn't worth it if you don't have obsidian. If you have a very bad bed defense, obsidian is a very good choice for you. If your bed is destroyed and you have lots of emeralds, don't hesitate. You can still buy diamond armor. What I did wrong is that I waited too long. I should have killed a Swan Wolf before I went. But she doesn't know that I have lots of resources, and what I can buy with these resources is an invisible potion. I can buy myself diamond armor. It's going to be very helpful. Buying invis to make sure that your opponent does not see you, and if they don't see you, they can't really tell where you're coming from. Once you see your opponent, punch them off the map. Let's find them first. But stab them, PvP them, make sure they die. Now if you do get this insane amount of gold, which is common, put it in your ender chest. You can buy a bow, which I'm going to get. Getting a bow is important because you can get so much more with the bow. You can hit people in air. It's very much better. I'm going to go for Gray. Gray doesn't know I'm coming, which is great. I haven't really started going for diamonds, and it looks like the person's AFK, so it's going to be even better. I've got TNT, and if I don't fall off, which I'm probably not, the person was typing, so the person was not AFK. The person cannot bridge, of course, come on. You're going to want to make sure they don't see you, because if they don't, then you can easily go break their bed. Make sure you're always sneaking. If they do see you, fine. Make sure you just go high enough. If they do taunt you, don't get mad. It's just going to make it worse. Now go down on the platform if you're completely having to, but right now I don't have to go onto the platform. Why can't I break a bed? I can. So I broke the bed before I died, which is great. My hand was on the mouse incorrectly, but I still broke the bed. Now they're going to be in the game with a broken bed. So thank you guys so much for watching my tips. I really hope you enjoyed. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. We're almost at 200 subscribers. We're so close. Thank you all so much for watching. Really appreciate it. See you guys in the next video. Bye!